owner of the AWF, host of CAW All-Stars, CAW Superstar, 13-time Tag Team Champion and Pride Champion. This Scorpion is ready to shoot the shit as Shawn Walsh presents the SWS.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shawn Walsh Show. We are back, and today I have on not one but two guests, two guys who had a feud with each other in the AWF. I have Shawn O'Connor and also the Raging Redneck, Ray Gettys. I don't know if it picked up all that, but
I didn't hear nothing but the very end of it.
Yeah, I heard the end.
That's okay.
Okay. So, to explain, because some people are like, what the hell was that? Because they heard the silence like I did. And so, again, I mentioned these guys feuded. If you remember, in the feud, I'm going to be calling him Adam because that's his actual name. But, Adam here, when his first Shawn O'Connor promos, would do his Ray Gettys impersonation. The old Raging Redneck, wail his arms and everything. And so, that was the intention there.
Raging dumbass, hillbilly son of a bitch. I'm sitting with him. What am I doing here?
I already gave you my scoop on hillbillies and rednecks.
It's true. So, first and foremost, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. I can't complain. Life's treating me good right now.
I have come here with a purpose. I have come here with a purpose, and I will let you all know at the end of this if I have accomplished my goals. I'm here to tell a story. I'm here to be heard. And I'm here to prove that I'm the best of all time.
The boat. Which, by the way, what a nickname. I think it's the best nickname that's in CAW. I told you that when you told me it. It has a little boat on your trunk.
I like him to get a boat on his trunk.
It was genius. Like, why a goat? Why not a boat? I'm a motherfucking boat, bitch. Like a big asshole boat.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have your Titantron be Andy Samberg's I'm on a boat.
Holy fuck. We were just commentating CyberSlam. I had to break kayfabe there, and I'm sorry. Guys, like, some of these guys have Titantrons now, like Chronic does. And I'm like, when the fuck am I going to get a Titantron? Shawn, when I should have asked you this earlier. When are you going to make me a Titantron?
Soon. One will be made, though.
Oh, yeah? Are you sure about that? You're just lying to me?
No. See, the funny thing is, it's now, like, I guess, like, a part of the CAW All-Stars YouTube channel. Because I made one for Brandon Wolf because I was like, I thought he could use one. And because his title entrance wasn't, it was too quick. It didn't match up with the song. So I was like, all right, I need something to play. And then that went over well. And I was like, okay. Chronic then asked me to make one. So I made that. So
Chronic gets one before me.
Well, he asked.
Of course he does. Of course he does.
He asked first. So I made one for him. His was actually pretty easy to make. And
just slap a picture of Brock Lesnar on there, and then there you go.
And then I made a Fisk one, because granted, it was the same reason as Brandon. I thought there needed to be more time before, like, he started walking out. So I was like, I'll make one. And now there's three up there. So I'm like, I guess I'm making Titantrons. I know Eddie makes some for CCL guys, and has done it for years. So I guess I'm in now.
I'm going to make you one eventually too, Shawn. I'm trying to make all of mine.
That's
one,
true.
But it just takes a little while. and trying to put everything else together too.
Well, I'm glad you're thinking of me, Ray. You're like the only person who does think about me. Holy fuck.
It's a lot, dude, because you got to download all these videos. You got to research to find where the good stuff is at. It's
it's. I guess it's hard for me. Like I've been around forever, but the fun thing about me though is because I've been around forever. You can look up shit from like 2010 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you're not disappointed right now. I've just got a little Canadian flag waving with it saying Shawn O'Connor the boat.
Yeah, so we'll call it coming soon. But yeah, now where do I go with this? Okay,
Fucking spit it out.
I know where to go with this. Talked about it at the beginning, so let's go right into it, because I'm sure there's some people who are like, I wonder if they're going to talk about their feud. So they will, because I'll ask. So obviously you guys had a feud over in AWF, led to a Glory Days 4 match between you guys. I think it came out very well, and I like what you guys did for the feud. I remember the promos in specific. We referenced it earlier to the impersonation promos. I remember the Scooby-Doo promo.
I was just about to say, who's that Scooby-Doo?
And Ray would have when his backgrounds and everything, and then so many good stuff. So what I'm asking is, from the promos that you guys did, which, if you can remember, which one was your favorite?
Out of mine or his, or the whole thing?
I mean,
I got a laugh out of him having a damn big belly.
That's my favorite. Because that's the only time I've gone on camera for a promo, because I don't believe in camera promos.
I'm about the same way with that. I used to do one occasionally for COH, but I don't really like getting. I don't like mixing the real world.
You would do the chopped off head thing.
Yeah,
that's kind of where that promo got inspired from, because I saw those. Originally, I was gonna chop off my head, but I thought it was so funny. Because the hat and the drinking the beer thing, and those were hands down my favorite promos to cut, my favorite of all time. But I'll never do something like that again. There's no other opportunity to do something like that. Ray was the perfect guy to intimidate and not intimidate, impersonate, and I had so much fun. I don't think I'll ever have that much fun in CAW again, and I've been doing CAW since 2009. I took a break for a few years though, but that's hands down my favorite moment.
I liked my Scooby-Doo rebuttal to your Scooby-Doo with me standing in front of the damn mystery machine.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, who's that Scooby-Doo? Oh, it literally, you guys were on fire.
It was so random. Everything was so organic.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like nowadays I'm more and more kind of editing my promos. I don't write anything. I've never written anything, but I record on my iPhone and I stop sometimes. I'll say a sentence and I'll stop. But with Ray, I never had to stop. It was just non-stop nonsense coming out of my mouth.
And I took all that with my character and made it, oh hell, he's just crying, and I do my damn crying impression with you.
Oh.
I had a good time with that feud, and like I told you before we started the chat, I didn't get to finish it all. I mean, we finished the feud, but I didn't get to promo as much there towards the end of it, and I mean, I told y'all why. Y'all know why.
Right.
So,
I think my biggest regret was I would have liked that feud to go on longer. I wanted to face you at CAW All-Stars, and I think AWF was one thing. AWF has good viewership. It has 200 viewers an episode, but I knew I really wanted you at CAW All-Stars because that's even more viewership, and if more people got interested in that feud, because it was a good feud, the more people it reached, the better in my mind, and that's not just like selfish reasons. Like I want the viewers, but like I wanted, like it was a special feud, and I wanted people to see that feud.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good. I don't remember if who did I face it?
You faced Cash.
Cash, that's right.
Oh yeah, the Caleb Blair match.
Cash,
Yeah,
Caleb
yeah.
Blair, which
Yeah.
honestly would have been better if it was me, but
Let me go on record and say and apologize to Ray. Even Ray doesn't care. Ray, one of the most selfless guys in CAW, right? But it mattered so much to him, and that he had to win this match and do this match, and I was like, and at the time, like, I didn't care. I was just like, whatever, because of things going on at the time. But because I know, like, when I look back, and I'm like, yeah, I know it doesn't matter, but it should have went, if with the match happening, it should have went the other way.
Yeah, well, me, I didn't care when he hit me up about when Chris hit me up about it. I was cool with it. Yeah, man. I mean, but I didn't like. I kind of ignored his. He promoted on when I kind of ignored it at first because I was like really like that time I was like really extremely busy with everything that was going on, and I kind of ignored it, and then he said something in his next promo about me in the NXT, the ECW NXT chat. I kind of accepted it in that,
Yeah.
I came back with my promo with him, and I said, look, it don't matter where the hell I accepted the challenge at, whether it was there or whatever, hell, I didn't have time for you, basically, but if you want to have closure with this, yeah, we can have closure. I don't remember exactly what I said in the promo, but I remember the screen I had on it was like I was standing in my living room. That's what it made it look like. And had GSF on the TV in the background.
See, at least you got a plug out of it. So
Yeah, I got a plug. That's the reason I did it.
yeah, I just wanted to make that clear because again, I'm sure people could tell I did not record that, and because of the situation at the time, I let things go. Everyone has heard about the CAW All-Stars Rumble from that year. Those are two things where I was like, we do have to talk about that in a second.
Oh yeah, because you and I got shit for that Rumble, and it
did.
wasn't even our fucking fault. Like we booked that CAW All-Stars, but that was all Cash.
Yeah. So to give a little bit of context here, so the CAW All-Stars 9 Rumble match, which because it was a Rumble, I still put it on last, but it shouldn't have for the day, like day one main event. It shouldn't have. Honestly, it shouldn't have even been aired. Like anyone that watched that Rumble, it was just badly done, and the reason that it even went up and we kept it as is because we were waiting forever for this Rumble match.
It delayed CAW All-Stars by like 2 months.
Yeah.
Like
we had other stuff done and ready to go, and we were waiting on this Rumble. Like I remember it was to the point where you were like, if he doesn't get anything, like I'll do it this weekend. Like we were just taking forever, and it was clear because he started talking about it in like May or June, and he kept acting like he was down on all these CAWs and he had this plan. It wasn't true. He put it off. And look, I'm not doubting like maybe he had other things that came up, but I mean, he never said that. He was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm working on it." And what happened is eventually 1 week he found whichever cause he could find on Community Creations, which is why did like such and such, like Shawn O'Connor appeared in the Rumble.
I was so mad about that because I already had a match on the card and I had won 2 CAW All-Stars in a row at that point. I was about to win my 3rd in a row, and I didn't want to like be in the Rumble and like that to like mess up my record, as stupid as that sounds. Which is why like now I've won 4 CAW All-Stars in a row, but I don't I pretend like that Rumble did not exist. Like, that's not on my fucking record. I was not in that Rumble. Fuck that.
It's okay. I only acknowledge it for like I like the winner, but the anything that came before it it's lost. Can't find it. Wink, wink. It it was just bad, and
We had a great time on commentary, though.
no, it was fun. That was one thing.
All of a sudden, this one fucking guy, I forget who it was, like, disappears from the match. And I thought Cash literally fucking forgot about the guy.
I think it was Extreme Tony, if I remember correctly, and like we were like, there's no. Thankfully, he did actually come back, but we were like, there's no way he's coming back, and he did, and we were like, oh, maybe it's gonna lead to this big moment. No, it was.
Oh, he was eliminated right away.
Like, it was, and I felt bad. Like, I'm glad that people did at least enjoy the commentary, because that was the only good thing about it. Like, and that's why for this last one, 10, like, because that one was so bad, I was like, all right, I'm making a point that none of the guys who are booked in matches, like, they're not in the Rumble. The Rumble should be for the guys that didn't get booked in matches, so they have an opportunity to make a name for themselves, and that the match would actually be good. So I feel it was accomplished, or at the very least was better than 9, and because a lot of people liked it, so I'm glad about that.
The 10 Rumble was really good, I thought.
Yeah, and I think it gave a lot of good spots for a lot of guys that maybe others weren't familiar with prior to, which is what it's supposed to be. So, I'm proud of that, and I hope people remember that one and forget about the 9 one.
Yeah, I was sad that the 9 one was so terrible, because I feel like, even though I wasn't responsible for it, like, I feel partially responsible because you and I co-hosted 9, and like, that's forever like part of my legacy. Like, I co-hosted CAW Stars 9, and CAW Stars 9 had the shittiest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and so again, the commentary, like, we had fun with it. We tried to make the most out of a shitty situation, and we laughed and we made jokes. Like, we were very clearly not taking the match seriously.
Oh, we didn't talk about it. Like, we fucking laughed the whole time.
So that was our thing. We're like, look, it's bad enough, at least to give them something to listen to, because otherwise they're just going to skip to the end of the video and just see who won. And so we did that, and so months go by. All I hear is, yeah, the Rumble wasn't so great, but the commentary was really good. They're like, oh, the winner's intriguing. We'll see where that goes. But no one complained about it, like our commentary, for months. And then all of a sudden, it's like a week before CAW All-Stars 10. And all of a sudden, there's a problem with the Rumble. And I'm like, it took you what, like 9-10 months?
No, it took them a year.
Like,
Fuck.
Like, look, if someone has a problem, look, I know I'm not perfect. And I understand what I like or put out there may not be for everyone. That's cool, but don't wait till the next year. Just be like upfront and be like, hey, what was the deal with such and such? And we made a couple wisecracks at people, but I'm like, but we made wisecracks about everyone.
Yeah, the Discord a month before CAW Stars 10 was like fucking lit.
Kind of the same way it's been here in the last couple days.
Oh god, yeah. I can't. Okay, can we get into the Discord? I can't fucking stand the Discord. Like, I absolutely can't.
Well, I noticed you're never on there, man.
No, I'm not. You know what? And every time that I do log in, I have like over 100 fucking notifications. God fucking damn it! Can we just have one Discord? Like, there's so many. Everybody copies and pastes the same shit into every single one. It's the same drama in every single fucking Discord. It's sickening. Get a fucking life.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you, man. I'm just laughing.
I know you're not laughing
at your rant, man.
I know you're laughing at like the ridiculousness of it, because you know it's true.
I'm just better than you. I had to do it. But See, thankfully for me, like I'm in quite a few servers, but like I have like a limit. There's ones I just won't join, whether it's because it's too much or it's I just don't care to. But thankfully, if there's something going on, I'll get screenshots from people. So they'll be like, "Oh, the such and such is going on." I don't even have to be part of it to know. So for people who
You've got
think,
informants.
yeah, like I swear, people think they're slick. They're like, such and such isn't gonna find out. I'm on a public Discord. Like, it's not in a private chat or anything. I'm in this public Discord. There's no way what me talking shit about such and such or trying to cheat for some call list. There's no way people are gonna find out. Guess what? I find out. People see that and they go, "That's pretty gross. Why would you do that?" "Hey, Shawn, such and such is going on. I feel you should probably be aware of it." "Oh, thank you." Like, look, I would rather people, honestly, just drop the act and just be like, it's CAW. It's not that important. We don't have to obsess over it, do all these things. But if you feel you have to absolutely do that, if that's what will get you up and going, don't act so surprised when I find out.
My thing is, and I mean, I know why you're doing it, and I think it's a good thing, Shawn. My thing is why get so bent out of shape over it?
Oh yeah.
Like, it's just, yeah. I understand. Like, everybody wants to be on the list, and everybody wants to, get their name recognition and all. But like, it's just a list, and
Ray,
don't
get me fucking started on the list.
I know, man. I know how you feel.
There's no list that's legitimate that doesn't have me on the fucking top of the list. 13-time world champion on YouTube. 13-time world champion. King of the Ring. Best of all time. Just because I don't have fucking friends in CAW Wrestling doesn't mean that I shouldn't be number one on the list.
And I got laughing at you the other day talking about, I don't want to be friends. And then somebody who started talking to you. Who started talking to Scott?
It was Scott McShannon.
Yeah, he started talking to you. And,
I don't want to be your fucking
friend or something like that.
I don't want to be your fucking friend. I have a life. I don't want to be anybody's fucking friend. It's bad enough having to communicate with Shawn every once in a while. I haven't had like another one or two people. Fuck my life.
I will say this, and I'm gonna put Ray over for a second, but for people who are like, where am I gonna end up? Oh, I got 106 and it's 15 minutes after it's posted. It's clearly not gonna change.
I was fucking 70 something. What the fuck?
Well, yours fluctuated, but I usually feel like so many people are like obsessed. Like, I swear they look at it like every 5 minutes. Like, they look at it more than I do. That's you.
Me.
That's you. They're like, where?
I'm fucking on it right now. You know where I am? I'm fucking number 7 now. That's unacceptable. I should be number fucking 1. Mason Chronic's a fucking Brock Lesnar ripoff. Ben Hopkins still fucking whispers in his promos. AJ Young fucking sucks dick. Malik Brown. Who the fuck is Malik Brown? Brandon Wolf's tired. Who the fuck is either?
He's tired.
He's tired. he needs a nap.
I told Shawn this the other day, or was it today or yesterday or sometime, when I was telling about which I guess you were going to go ahead and say that. Yeah. I don't know. But when I was telling you to take my name off of there, Wolf, just because he's the CAW All-Stars champion, should probably be at number 1.
See,
just that simple fact. That's the way I look at it.
But Ray, JC Wolf had a great 2018.
Not that Wolf.
The Wolf that matters.
Okay, I kind of agree with you, Ray, But my only thing is, and I don't know if this goes for everybody, but this definitely goes for me, and the reason why I don't want Brandon to be number one, and the reason I also don't believe Brandon should still be CAW All-Stars champion. I think there should be limits on how long people are CAW All-Stars champion. And I think, in my opinion, as much as I love Brandon and I had a great feud, I like Brandon as a person, and I would call Brandon a friend in CAW Wrestling. It's been too long, and I feel like the torch needs to be passed to somebody else. Do I think that person's Mason Chronic because he's number one on the list right now and everybody loves him? No, I don't. Do I think it should be me? No, I don't. That's all I have to say about it.
I know who it should be. Me. No, don't give it. No, that would be really bad. You'll never see me give myself the CAW All-Stars title. Never. And if I do, tell me to retire. Be like, all right, you're done. You know, either someone else can take over or this can die. You killed it. So, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. Also, I stress this again. I don't know when it's gonna be posted. Maybe this is after it goes up. But you know, people can't read. I swear. I say it over time. Guys, downvotes don't count for anything. Don't spam the downvotes.
My fucking comment, and then you're like, to me, you even said to me, did you even read the thing? And I said, yeah, I don't fucking read. And honestly, I didn't read it. I don't fucking read. That's the whole thing. My thing with the Discord. I don't fucking read it. Shit on the Discord. I just kind of saw, I briefly scrolled through. I saw there was a link. I clicked it and that was it. I don't fucking read anybody's post.
See, but I know that. Like, I know guys who are following, posting every other comment, and they'd be like, and I go in and I look, and every time I look at it, and they're not exactly secretive about it. It's no surprise which people get all these downvotes, and you know, whatever it is, some where you know there's proof of conspiring and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, guys, I said it doesn't matter, you know, just.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why does Fisk have so much hate?
That is
this is a genuine question that I'm very curious about.
Okay.
Because I like Fisk, and I've never actually spoken to the guy, and I would consider having him in CCWO. In fact, he's the perfect guy to go to CCWO. What is with the hate? I look at the numbers and the downvotes for him. He almost has as many downvotes as he has upvotes.
So there's a legitimate gripe that people have had, but unfortunately I don't think that's why he has as many downvotes. I think the reason he has a downvotes is because he was in the CAW All-Stars main event, and the people who gave him the downvotes were not. Even though he didn't win. He didn't
Seriously?
Win. Remember the I guess it's public knowledge now. JC Wolf, when he got angry, he was like, oh, hey, went to the VW server and was like, hey guys, you know, let's go and put all their guys there, being CAW All-Stars guys, down and our guys up. And Fisk, who, you know, he's in my show AWF, the guy who plays Fisk is a friend of mine, and because he was in that CAW All-Stars main, because Brandon's got a ton of downvotes, AJ's got a ton of downvotes. Guys, it's no when I say it's no secret, guys who are closely associated with the CAW All-Stars, although they do have a lot of ups because they're liked, you'll see a lot of downs for them because people are trying to knock them down, or because, oh, well, you're CAW All-Star, so. And I'm like, but isn't everyone CAW All-Stars? CAW All-Stars is this big open thing.
It's for everybody.
Yeah.
It's an event for every single Fed that wants to be a part of it, that asks to be a part of it, or gets asked to be a part of it. You know, I want to watch Conspiracy just because Eddie has a part in it, but I understand that.
You know who else has a part in Conspiracy? You know who else, Ray?
You got a part in Conspiracy?
I got a big match coming. I got a big match coming with some. I don't know who the fuck I'm facing though. Some fucking guy named M Accuracy. No idea who that is.
All right, that'll be a.
You watch that.
That would be a good one.
You watch me. You watch me pick up another victory.
Yeah, part 2 of that, the CAW All-Stars match between
part
the two.
Part 2. I've never heard of this guy.
That was good, but I mean, I want to see it, but I really enjoyed CAW All Stars 10 this year.
Thank you.
I mean,
You know who picked up a victory at CAW All Stars?
I know who picked up a victory.
What's his name?
What is that guy's name?
How many CAW All Stars in a row?
Three?
Four? I think it's 4.
What
Now,
about,
why the
but
fuck?
What about
why
that
the
Rumble?
fuck why the fuck has that guy not had a shot at the CAW All Stars title?
I know that's not us.
Sounds like
got-
a bunch of fucking
better-
politicking.
You better ask the other man that's in this chat.
Whose dick do I gotta suck?
Who can I put the blame on? You can go and ask Firestar Hart. He's the big man in charge. So. I'm always complaining to him all the time.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, yeah, but look, despite all the stuff going on and whatnot, like I am legitimately, again, I don't know when this is airing, but I'm looking forward to Conspiracy.
Yeah, me too.
Like I put together the what are set to be the CAW All Stars side of it, and I look at it, I'm like, this could be like it's like a kind of halfway CAW All Stars show. Like it's a nice thing. I'm really proud of like what I have worked on, and I have ideas for what I've yet to record. So I think it's going to be good. So I hope people do, despite whichever side they're on. And again, I stress this: CAW All Stars is open to everyone. Okay, we don't divide. We don't discriminate.
The only person not allowed is Danny Jackpot. Let the record be known.
Yeah. Look, okay. There is a short list of people that will definitely not be included. I'm sure most people watching know people who are on that list. It's a very small list, but there's good reason why. So.
Danny Jackpot. Yeah, that's the list, right? Just Danny Jackpot and yeah, okay.
Hey, you know who had their foot on the rope this year at CAW All Stars 10?
That's true. Let's talk about that. Okay? So, first and foremost, that no good Alex Enterprise stealing that victory from you.
That damn ref is blind as Stevie Wonder. I'm telling you. Blind as Stevie Wonder. My big ass size 14 on the rope. He didn't even see it.
But in all seriousness, that was a heck of a match that you did for CAW Stars. For those that don't know, Ray did record that, and I think he did a hell of a job with it. I know me and RPJ did commentary, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, the match turned out pretty good, I thought. We've got it set up for me and him to extend this feud here in whenever I get everything together.
Yeah. Hey, it's coming. We talked about it beforehand. GSF looking like January. That'll be the next episode. So.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
But it obviously, it takes a lot of time. People are busy. Also, Ray puts a lot of work into his show. Like I got to give Ray some credit here for the green screen stuff that I don't think I'll ever figure out. But like it's
I don't know how you do it, Ray, and that's something I want to talk about. Like Ray has a life. I have a life. I have more of a life now than I did like a year ago when I was doing CAW, and I'm about to start my 4th season of CCWO. And like this past season 3, I did 15 episodes in 2018. Because my life's so busy right now, and I just can't picture it. I'd be lucky if I get 6 episodes of CCWO out in 2019. Like, I just don't know how you do it. And my show my show is an everyman show. Like, there's no fancy editing about it, and it's a short show. Like, that's what the purpose of my show was. And your show, you put a lot of effort into your show, and I really respect your show. And I don't know how you do it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I don't, well, I mean, and I'm kind of the same way with my character. I mean, and that's why it takes me so long, okay? Because I'm picky as hell. All right, I probably shouldn't do this, but I do just because if I'm going to do it, I want it done right. And I just, if there's something I don't like about it, I'll re-record it until I get what I'm wanting out of it. And I like I said, I probably shouldn't because it takes more time. But hell, I mean, and I've said this before too. My ultimate goal, though, the people that's on the roster of GSF, all right. I mean, I love it that we've got some fans and people, like actually watch the show too. But the people that's on the roster, that's why I do this. Why I'm doing it to entertain them first of all, because that's the way it all started out. Whenever I first started doing GSF a long time ago, I mean, it was just us, a bunch of us that played video games over at my house, and that how it started off. Well, and then it just kind of went to community creations and then to YouTube here last year. And so that's my main thing. If I can entertain them, I'm good. That's my goal. I mean, so, and if you're entertained by it, Adam, then that's great, man. I'm glad.
So,
that makes me smile.
So the real question is, in all this, Ray, is when does Shawn O'Connor defeat Ray Gettys to become champion? Like, how soon does that happen? Does that happen in January? Because I think it's about time that happens, and I think January sounds like a pretty good fucking time because things are going the boat's way. AWF, I don't know when this goes up, but I think I got this CAW Wrestling on lock.
Ray may not have that championship come January. Yeah. He's got a damn big monster that's ready to beat his ass.
Yeah. I'm of the impression that I don't think if you're looking for the GSF championship, I don't think it's going to be in Ray's hands by that time. So.
So we're talking February then.
You had a run-in with the guy I'm talking about, with Mike Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck about Mike Sutton. I just care about the championship.
But you had a run-in with him. He busted you in your lip because you kept tagging him on the back.
Who? I don't know no Mike Sutton. I just know the GSF championship.
Well, on down the road.
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
see.
So well, I can. What day in February can I circle on my calendar? February 14th. Is that a cute little Valentine's Day present for me? Thank you so much, Ray. You're such a nice guy. I'll give you a kiss.
Now, again, well, the unique thing about you guys is you guys had your feud, but with the exception of you guys, I would like to know, more relatively in recent times, like in the last 2 years or so, what stands out to you and what you guys have done first of all as like individuals, as your characters, like who have you like to work with?
Who have we worked with, or who we'd like to work with?
Who you like in your previous feuds that you were
okay.
That were your favorites.
So aside from Ray, obviously,
right?
Travis is so phenomenal. I think Travis is the most underrated person, and I think it's because he doesn't put himself front and center on his show, I guess. But when he's on the mic, he's fucking great to do promos against. And it's so fun to work with him, and I think he gels with my character.
Mm-hmm.
So Travis was really fun to work with, and I want to work with Travis again, obviously, and I'm sure it's gonna happen. And the other one, in recent, and this is very recent. And I didn't think it would be as great as it was, because the first time I was on the Shawn Walsh show, I bashed this guy, essentially. Like, he's one of the ones I was talking about, and yet he was very fun to work with. I don't know what his name is. I faced him at CAW All-Stars 10, but he was really fun. Whatever the fuck that guy's name is. I think he likes My Little Pony.
Now in turn to you, Ray.
Hold up. There is two more, and that's just like very, very past. Like, I'm talking like 2010, 2011, Chronic and Ice Dude. But that's way in the past, and nobody who's listening to this was around that time. That was fun. Anyway, sorry, Ray, go on.
That's all right. Scott Adams from COH, I enjoyed working with him. He was underrated. I think he's very underrated with his promos and stuff, and I like Scott, and he he's kind of got his sense of humor is kind of dry, and very cut to the chase, and I kind of like that about him. I mean, outside of that, but I enjoyed our feud that we had with the whole Elite and that whenever I did that, and then another guy I've enjoyed working with is actually in GSF right now that I'm working with now, Big Mike. Like, I mean, he's something else, and like you hear his promos or whatever, and he sounds like he's mean as fuck, and and he's just this big damn, like, I know him in real life, okay, so I mean, he's my friend from my hometown, and I mean, he's about 6'8", about 295 pounds in real life, so this big intimidating son of a bitch is like talking shit to you. If he really got mad and told you that, hell, I mean, you'd think he's gonna beat the hell out of you. I mean, so I mean, it's just it's cool to work with him, and I can talk to him and stuff, and he don't get a whole lot because of his work, his real life work. He don't really get on and participate in a whole bunch outside of it. But I mean, as far as GSF stuff, he's in on it, and I mean, I've liked that, the fact that, and that's the way most of the guys in GSF are. They'll tell you what they think, and they all, which is what everybody should strive for. If you're going to join a show, you should be all in on it. I mean that's the way I look at it, and that's the way most of them look at it too. So. Right,
absolutely, and big shout out to Mike as well. I remember you were saying to Walter, people were giving predictions for, or as you call it, the free preview, and like some people some people they're like, oh, Ray's gonna win, and I think it was Walter was like, I was he was thinking you, but then he's changed, after like seeing learning about Mike and everything, and you're like, oh yeah, a lot of people, like, I just think a lot of people are going to grow to like the guy.
Yeah, and I think, well, the fans, a lot of, if you read the comments and stuff on there, and I read them because I like to gauge everything. A lot of people talk about Mike on the comments, and if they keep talking about him and talking good about him, then I'm gonna have to switch him over from a bad guy to a good guy. So I mean, and he won't have a problem.
It's okay, Ray. If you turn him into a good guy, that's gonna work perfectly for Valentine's Day.
And I knew you were getting ready to say that. I knew you were just ready to say that.
And talking about the GS. I think Valentine's Day is a great idea for me.
Valentine's Day. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll have to see. I'll see.
You'll have to tune in on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking. I'll have my remote. I'll search through the channels and see if it comes on. It's free.
Channels. So. How old are you? Fucking 50 years old. Channels. What the fuck's a TV?
So, all right. Talked about some guys that you worked with in the past. You know, Ray's now, you know, he took some time, but he's getting back in the shows, not just with GSF, but as you know, with his Ray Gettys character, he's back in CCL, and you know, is there any guys that either one of you guys are looking at right now, and you're like, you know what, I think there's something there, and we could create some magic. First, Adam, yeah, go to you.
I think Ray and I have unfinished business, but Fisk, and controversially, and I don't know if we'd mix well because they're heels and I'm a heel, but and I'd be nervous to work with them because I know how other people feel about them, and people feel they're on top, and I think a lot of the times I'm overlooked because I'm only on 2 shows. Those 2 people would be AJ and J Crack.
I think that would be interesting for either one of them, and then Fisk as well. So now to Ray, is there anyone on your mind right now that you're like, we could do something here?
I'd like to work with Adam or SOC again, just because I did enjoy what we did, and I still feel like towards the end I couldn't, I didn't get to finish off making promos the way I'd like to have, but like, I mean, he brought up J Crack. you gotta love Jay.
He's fucking funny.
He's hilarious, yeah. And
I like working with funny people, and that's why I loved working with you, because like you can bounce things back off of them, and you can be funny, and I love when I can be funny.
And well, he's one of them I'd like to work with. The CCL, if things pan out, you know, I may get to work with AJ Young again. And I know we've had matches and cut promos on each other before, but we've never had like a full-blown feud with each other. And now I think that would be nice, because I've always been a fan of AJ's work. You know, and I know you're over here cussing him SOC a while ago, but I like AJ. I'm a fan of him.
So here's the thing. I want to talk about AJ for a second here. I have a lot of respect for AJ. I think AJ is great. I think he's great in promos. I think his look is great. I think he is a good CAW wrestler. His character is great. It's great to watch. I think, and this is the thing with me, and it's not just him. It's everybody. Everybody who's in the spotlight too long. I start to get sick of them. And people who are in a million shows. I hate it, because like I don't know how to describe it other than I just get sick of them, and I get sick of the hype. And that's why, as much as I'd like to work with AJ, I don't think it would work out, because he's just too big. And that's not me like saying I'm too small, because I don't think I'm small. I think that given the opportunity, let's say if I was in more shows, I would be bigger than I am, and I could hold my own. But I think enough people, he has that like brand recognition, that name recognition, that people would just be pissed off if I beat AJ Young. So there's no way that, like, as much as I'd like to work with him, there's no way that would ever work in the fact that we're both heels. So personally, no problem with AJ. Think he's great. Am I a little tired of how he gets shoved down everybody's throats because he's everywhere? Yeah, a little bit, but I don't hold that against him. That's not his fault.
Malik Brown's another one I wouldn't mind having a full-blown feud with.
Yeah, Malik Brown's really good.
Yeah, he's really good. And I kind of had a little bit. We kind of feuded back and forth in DCA a little bit whenever CCL when DCA was doing like the switch over crossover stuff, and we exchanged words, and I think we had one match. But that's been several years ago now. But yeah, I always liked him. I liked him a lot, you know, in there. And we had some good back and forth stuff. But yeah, there's a bunch of them. I mean, that I would like to have a few with Brandon Wolf, just because I don't know. And I think, I've said this before. I think going in that feud, I'd be the bad guy. He'd be the good guy on there. But then again, he's been a heel
Yeah, over in
on
CCL.
CCL. Yeah, on CCL. So, and he's a heel in, from what I've seen in his real life wrestling. To from what I've seen on, he's supposed to be anyway.
Right.
I'm sorry I didn't mention earlier that like he was also a feud that I liked. I think my feud with Brandon turned out really well. Like the series of like we had a series of matches that were all really, really good matches, and that would be up there as one of my favorite recent feuds too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it did a lot for his character building too, and setting him
Oh
up for
yeah,
the spot.
there's I don't want to say that there's no way he'd be CAW All-Stars champion without his feud with me, but I think it helped.
It certainly made him a little
There
bit
was
more
there
believable.
there was a perseverance story because like the CAW All-Stars before he won the CAW
Rumble.
All-Stars championship,
Oh yeah, when he went that. Okay.
he lost to me.
Right.
Like
yeah.
yes, he also won the Rumble there, but like he lost to me. But then because he won the Rumble and he lost to me, he had to like sort of build his way up to becoming a champion. Like I was the feud before he won the CAW All-Stars title. And I don't think a lot of people think about that or remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of the story, you know. It's all about how you get there, and that was big for him. I'll say this much, you know, we're talking about, you know, who we like to feud with and whatnot. Ray, you know, me and Ray, the Raging Scorpions over in ECW. First and foremost, we got to
get a match. We got to get a match first.
we got to actually tag this year. We got to get our hands on the Money Gang. All right, you know they've been you know all over me, so I need a fair fight. And then, you know, I'd like to, you know, work the Young Bloods and maybe win those ECW tag team titles. Those would be nice.
That would be nice. That'd be nice to do that. And I really like Lewis Rivers too. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's got that voice of a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Like he sounds like one. And I mean, even like some of the guys when he first cut his first promo in GSF, there and they heard him, I said, "Damn, he sounds good." He sounds like he's a certified heel from, and so I like him pretty good, and I like Gucci. Gucci's just hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some gun cuts his promos. He looks high as hell.
It's yeah. I mean, but I think RPJ couldn't have gifted us two guys to work with like right off the bat and this whole time, and even like while like you're out and everything and building like it's been perfect. I think very highly of those guys. So we got to beat them first.
Yeah,
we got
to get some payback on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put me out of action. That's what. And that's funny. You know, I actually had surgery on my leg or whatever. That picture, that scar I took. That's from where I had had that surgery on my leg.
It was a real life injury.
On it. Yeah.
You know, and so I guess this is an interesting question. You know, we're talking about us as a tag team, and don't people, Raging Scorpions, wait for 2019. It's going to be crazy. And you know, for you, Adam, you know it's been probably years
since I was a tag team.
Yeah.
Years. And I don't even know who the last person I was a tag team with. Fuck. Like it's been a long ass time. It's been a long ass time since I've had like anybody, like any sort of like managerial, like just somebody who like I'm with. Like I've been a lone wolf, especially since I've come back.
Mm-hmm.
So who would it be if I wanted?
Who would you like to team with if you know, whether you go to a place or whether it's, you know, my show, whatever it be, and they're like, oh, let's do a tag team. Who would be on your list to team with?
So extremely easy question because we're both very similar asshole heels and like cocky SOBs. Ben Hopkins, hands down. Slash, if I wanted to make it a trio, Mason Chronic in that. Like the three of us could dominate. Like three big names. You know, like AJ has his fucking crew in AWF, but the other people in his crew are not big. Like I think if it was like me, Ben, and Chronic, we're both like three equal people, and I think we could fucking dominate.
Looks like the doctor's order in CCL right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got AJ, Wolf, Nitro, Chronic, Ben, and then two guys, Nathan Brisbane. I can't think of the other one's name off the top of my head, and Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're it's like a damn super group.
Yeah,
You know?
Eddie was like, "All right, don't worry, we're gonna just give you the Avengers. It's all good, you know." Yeah. Good luck, Ray.
Yeah. And with that feud, my man's whole thing is he's not after the rest of the group. He's just wanting Doc. He's wanting revenge for what happened. So I mean, that's what he's wanting. He just wants to get everybody else out of the way so he can whoop Doc's ass.
I hope I get to see it. I'd love to see you beat up Doc. Sorry, Doc.
Yeah,
But,
me too.
you know,
me too.
yeah, you turned on Ray, so you deserve it. Yeah. So cool stuff there. You know, I know. Like for Adam, like he's in AWF, but like he's not just there for him. He's always watching. And for Ray, even with like maybe taking a little bit of a break, like whether it be you're still doing GSF and you're still like active with ECW, even if it's like in a like behind the scenes and just communicating with people or watching the shows or for the streams, So I guess let me ask the generic question that everyone asks. Who are you liking right now? Who are some of the underappreciated guys? We'll go to you first, Adam, because Ray has dropped from the call. So.
Oh shit. So mine would be I alluded to it earlier, and that's Travis. Travis is so fucking good on the mic, and his character's great, and like his moveset, his in-ring work is excellent, and I don't think he's like as big everywhere as he should be and doesn't get the recognition. He gets the recognition as like a CAW owner, but like as a CAW wrestler, doesn't get enough of it. I think he's severely underrated. And the second person would be Zane LaFontaine. Zane LaFontaine is really good.
Yeah, I think it. Like I've always thought very highly of Stu, but it's a Zane LaFontaine character, and it's the funny thing is like for years he played a babyface character, so he's just now like kind of getting his he's digging into the heel role in AWF, and
he's really good as a heel.
Yeah, I think he's doing fantastic. So, I guess my character isn't because I got beat up, but I'm glad that he's getting this run because I felt like his last COH run wasn't the best, but now he's getting this to do. So, yeah. And now, Ray, to you, because I know you're back.
Yeah. Sorry, it dropped out on me, man.
It's all good. Like, who are you impressed with? Who do you think is like, underappreciated right now? It could be anyone at all.
Be anyone? Well, I said. I don't know off the top of my head. Well, I mean, there's several guys in GSF because they don't get much recognition because they're only on GSF. I mean, that would be like Chris McIntyre and Wes Wade.
Wes Wade's
and
really good.
yeah,
Who the fuck is Wes Wade?
I knew that was coming to you. Wes is a big fan of yours though. SOC. He really is like out of character and all. He when I told him you were coming in to GSF, he said, "Oh yeah." He said, "I want to, you know." He said, "I'd like to have something with him if I can, if he'll do it." And I said, "Yeah, I think he would."
Well,
yeah.
I appreciate that, but I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. No idea.
But I mean, there's guys at West and him, and I'm a big fan of Ike Stone too, and he hadn't really done a whole lot in GSF so far. He's like, I mean, he has. Okay, I'm not. He's feuding with Chris Knight, but he's kind of like making Knight go through Slayer and a couple of others before he
there's a longer story there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, and I mean it all stemmed from a storyline we had back before GSF ever closed, where he screwed Knight's wife on there, and that's what started the whole thing. You know, his wife is, I don't know if you are familiar with her CAW character, Cleopatra Spinks.
A little bit.
Okay, well, she's in CCL. That's the reason I don't know how much of CCL you watch or whatever. She's on it. But anyway, he's one that I think is underappreciated. And I'm trying to get some of these guys some recognition because I'd like for them to be more involved in the community. Because I think CAW needs more people like them, because they're going to give you. They're going to give you, they're going to be involved. Some people aren't involved. Some people go in shows. Like I said, it goes back to they'll join shows and they don't put in their work and stuff. These guys are going to join shows. They're going to advertise for you. They're going to comment on what they like and don't dislike. And I think every single show, if you have 70 people on your roster, there's no reason you shouldn't have 70 likes and 70 comments on your show.
I agree.
Well, Ray, you're 100% right, and I remember, Ray, you made a post about it, and like we've talked about it before, and for whatever reason, if I go on a show, if I'm watching a show, I hit the like button. Now,
yeah, same here.
I try to comment, and I'm guilty. Sometimes I don't.
Well, sometimes if you hit the like button, that's okay, and if you just give your feedback to the owner of the show. But if you're on that roster, there's no reason you shouldn't hit that like button. And it takes 1 second.
Yeah.
If you click on it at all, it takes 1 second to hit that like button.
Every single show I watch, I might not comment, but especially AWF, I will always send a personal comment to Shawn about AWF every episode, right, Shawn?
Yeah, you do that with GSF. You'll tell me we won't comment on things, but you sent me the first 4 episodes a comment about it. Even though that one comment was on the Discord page, you said you better be in top 5 on the names coming up. I got a laugh out of that. And the reason I put you on the very end is because your name's longer and it covers up that damn tombstone, man. So, but there's no reason why it shouldn't be. I've said that. Hell, I've said that forever. Ever since I've been in this. That's the way I look at it.
No, you're right. And I remember at the time, a lot of people were like, yeah, this makes sense. And look, it's good. Even good people do this. I'm not saying you're awful or whatever, but a lot of people are like, yeah, this makes sense. But then the next show came out for whatever show, and it didn't happen. And it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
What takes you 1 second might give the person
it takes a show creator, okay, and this is if you put it out quickly, all right. at least 2 weeks to make that damn show. You can't take one damn second to hit that like button.
Yeah.
You know,
I create an easy show, and like I can spend an entire weekend creating that show, and that's without like doing the commentary. Like that's like recording everything and editing it.
Yeah.
Then you gotta fucking commentate it. Then you gotta take that audio clip. You gotta snip that audio clip, cut out parts and stuff, place it in the right thing. Then you
and
gotta
make sure it's in the right place where you're actually
commenting on it.
Yeah,
it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only part. That's the only part about the editing and stuff I don't like.
And like,
Don't.
and when I commentate for my show, like as Shawn knows, we sometimes do 2 or 3 shows at a time. So like we're taking out 5 hours of our day to fucking commentate.
Yeah, and that's a lot of time, and you can't take 1 second to hit that damn like button. Come on, man.
Yeah, if you really like it, like if you're watching
Yeah.
it, like you must like it. So fucking like it.
Yeah, so we'll hit the damn like button. Exactly.
It just
You know,
shows.
you know how long it took me to put that son of a bitch out. You know?
As some people might argue, like it's so inconsequential. Like why even bother? Like it doesn't mean anything. Like I think it's a deep down thing that like you just sort of know that like your show is being appreciated.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it's nice. Like it really like in the grand scheme of things, it's such a little thing, but it makes you feel just a little bit better.
It shows appreciation to whoever took the time to do that, and the show owner isn't just doing it. Like I said, isn't just doing it for you. I mean, isn't just doing it for themselves. They're doing it for you too,
Right.
and they're giving you a platform to put your CAW on, and they're giving an exposure. You know, they're giving you a place to speak in with your character and have your character be on. I mean, show a little gratitude to him. I mean, if the gratitude's a like, give him a damn like.
See, I don't know if you caught this or if you've been told, but because I just like did it for the last show I did, and I kind of stole it from. So the SMF had this kind of like 10-second thing where it's like, oh, I just want to remind you guys to go like, comment, subscribe, and all that kinds of stuff. And I was like, that's genius. And so
Yeah.
I added like a 10 maybe 15-second thing. But what I did is I made it funny. So like I have like it starts off with a John. He's like, hey, how about you bitches? And now you just come in and like and comment on this video.
I caught that. That's it.
So I'm like, maybe they'll get a laugh and be like, oh yeah, the like button.
I mean, that's one of the most simple things you can do. Plus, if you hit the like button and if you leave comments, it's even better because it gives the show more exposure on YouTube.
Yep.
I mean, people that if you comment on it, it shows up in more people's list.
Recommended.
Yeah. Recommended list or whatever. So I mean, it's simple. I mean, you want your CAW to get more exposure? Hit the damn like button and comment.
Oh yeah, even if you have to look at it selfishly, like it helps you too. So
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know, Ray. This is craziness. Come on. We're asking for too much here.
And Wes feels the same way about stuff like that, okay? And that's why he's doing the whole CAW show awards.
Yeah.
Awards he's doing. It's because he feels the same way. He thinks the owners should get recognition for stuff. Everybody's all intertwined and tied up with their own character. He thinks they should get recognition. And I agree with him. I mean, that's why I'm sitting here saying this on here.
I'm sorry, but I'm really focused on my own character right now, guys. Like, fucking Valentine's Day, fucking CyberSlam. Like, gotta be a champion in 2 different promotions. Like I am well deserved being a.
Well, now let me ask this, and look, don't worry, we'll be wrapping up in a few, but we get a couple out of the way before we go. You guys are are not in too many shows at the moment, and that's by design. And is there, for either one of you guys, are you comfortable where you're at, or if someone were to ask for you to join, is there one you're like, yeah, you know what, that might be fun, or well, what's your take on that?
Ray, you can go first because I'm gonna have a long spiel.
Okay. No, actually, I'm at about my limit right now that I can handle and still do what else I need to in my real life, and plus do GSF stuff. And I'm really focused on my GSF stuff. I'm focused in the places I'm in too with CCL and ECW. But if I get any more, I'm not gonna give it my full attention, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to do that. That's the reason. I'm kind of. That's the reason I dropped out of stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I'm still at that. I'm still stretched thin. So.
It's
No,
good that
yeah. So I really can't, as much as I would like to be on more shows and stuff. I really can't. Besides, I'm probably going to tell y'all guys here when we get through with this. I'll tell y'all when we get done. I'm not going to announce it right now. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, Adam.
So I have to agree with you, Ray, but I think I am starting to grow a little bit frustrated. And like by design, yes, I'm only in 2 shows because I hate people who are in a million shows. I love Chronic. I do. But the same thing is happening with Chronic that happened back in the day, and he's in like 50 shows. Like 50 shows, and he was in 50 shows back in 2010. And it's just fucking sickening to see people in the same position in every single show. But so like I don't want to be in a lot more shows, but I think because I'm only in AWF and GSF, I don't get a lot of recognition, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I don't think I'm great, but I think I'm okay. I think I'm better than what people know of me, and I don't get a lot of exposure just being on 2. So I would like to be, I feel like I need to be on a bigger show. And that's not saying that GSF and AWF are not bigger. I feel like I need one more. And for the longest time, and I came on this show, the first time I came on this show, and I shit on this company, and I shit on it a little bit again the second time I was on this show. But I think I need to be in COH. Do I want to be in COH? I don't know. Do I need to be in COH for my own fucking sanity and for my own recognition and my own selfishness? I think I need to be in COH.
Interesting.
My question is, are you going to cut video promos if you're there?
Well,
no.
He doesn't have to.
I know. I was just wondering if he's going to.
Because, like, I mean, you did, like, with maybe a few with the cuff, and AJ doesn't do the video promos. He just does the audio ones, so.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to hear what he was going to say.
Do you have any other questions? Because I'd really like to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Well,
because that's the first time I've ever said that out loud, and it's something that's been eating at me lately.
I mean, certainly. I mean, obviously, first and foremost, because you were like, do I want to be in COH? Well, I don't know. Definitely, I would figure that out first. Then let's assume that you're like, yeah, I want to do it, and it all works out and everything. I think it would be interesting because I think there are guys there that would work well with you. I think it would be interesting because, like you mentioned on one of your previous appearances on here, you kind of got the reputation of like
the COH basher.
Right. So you would
even though I like and I respect Travis.
I know.
It's so ironic. I have so much respect for Travis, and even then, when I came on the show, I had, especially the second time, I liked and respected Travis, but I still had my gripes about COH.
See, but the beautiful thing about that though is if you did go in and it all went well, there's gonna be people like you'd be a believable heel. Like, it would just be like, now he's here. After all he said, and then you could say like, you would just kind of maybe exaggerate some of the stuff that you did say here, and just it's your character now, and boom, it would be perfect. So I would like to see it for that purpose, but after you figure out if that's what you want to do or not.
The other big thing with it is time
Right.
constraints.
That as well. Let me ask this, because before we go, because if I don't ask this, I'll get people heckling. Ray, would you be opposed, or would you be open to doing any kind of, whether it be as Ray Gettys or in cooperation with GSF, working with COH?
Is he there?
Bring it on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. My internet's dropping out again for some reason. Can y'all hear me still?
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do you need me to
Yeah,
repeat? Okay, good. I didn't understand if you heard it.
Okay. I wouldn't mind doing something with COH. I mean, I don't really want to go into all that again, because that's in the past, and that's the way I look at it. It's in the
Oh, yeah.
past. But me and Travis made up. Okay, I was having some personal things go on. I was a little meaner than normal, so shit happened. But yeah, I don't have a problem with COH, and I've actually watched some of the shows when I've had time here in the last, I don't know, couple months, I guess, and it's been good. And Adam, COH would be a good opportunity for you, because there's people there that do cut promos. Now there's some that don't, and some that you probably wouldn't want to work with, and you'll bash them more than Ben does, probably.
Oh fuck. That's the thing I love about Ben. Ben and I agree. Like, Ben and I have never had a Skype call, but fuck, Ben. I just know Ben and I agree on so much shit. It's not even funny.
Ben don't say a whole lot of shit, okay? But he whenever you do get him, most time you think he's in character, all right? But a lot of times, with that shit, we know he wasn't in character when he was talking about Wolf on CAW Shoot. Nobody was, okay? Nobody's in character. It's CAW Shoot. You're not supposed to be in character, all right? But I mean, there's some guys that you wouldn't want to work with, and there's some guys that are in that top echelon, or whatever you want to call it, of guys you would, I mean. But
I
you
feel
can also
like-
with some of those guys in like AWF too, because there are a lot of those guys. Those same guys are in AWF. I mean, it has its plus size and it's bad side. I mean, it. I'm not like COH was good for me, and I enjoyed my time there. I would like to try to help those guys that aren't as good at promoing. And I know that's the way everybody says they want to help, but sometimes I think they just like to poke fun at them.
I think what frustrates me, and why I'm starting to feel this way more and more, is just like you see a lot, and I think maybe the Discord's made this a lot more known. Like when I do scroll through the Discord, is a lot of people, like you hear people like who I want to work with and stuff, and like there's all these names, and all these guys are like COH names, and like I'm never on any list. Like nobody ever wants to work with me, and like I don't know, like it's such petty, stupid shit, but like I just don't feel like I hit the level that I feel like, and I don't want to. See, I'm trying not to be cocky about this, like the level that I deserve, but it's not really like the level I deserve because like I'm the best of all time. It's I think I'm better than what people think I am.
I give you all the credit in the world.
Oh, I know you do. You're one of my biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah, I am.
And you both are my biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah, I mean,
But
so-
outside of you and a few others, like maybe like 5 other people, that's it. Like, but CAW's so much bigger, and I don't know. I'm not reaching what I'd like to reach, even though AWF is my home. GSF is very fun, and I'm never leaving either of those as long as they're open. And they're good enough for me. It's just sometimes I've been especially lately, I've been thinking about more. But I've been thinking about a lot of things too. I get frustrated by this stuff too. I'm like, I sometimes think, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna fucking quit again. I'm gonna fucking retire like I did in 2012 and 2013. It took me 3 or 4 years to come back, and then I came back and like I had to start from square one again. I think my biggest regret in my CAW career was retiring because I was just forgotten about. And you know what? Like, I don't even want to say I was top 5 back then. But I was definitely in the top 10. At least in our universe, not the overall universe, not like the Vixen or the Vivian verse or whatever, but in our universe, I was something. And I don't feel like I'm at that level again. I think I'm closer, and I think the next couple months will show that I'm closer, but I'm not the end all be all. If I get in the top 10 this year for the CWI, okay, that's interesting, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I think if I was in COH or 1 or 2 other promotions, I think I could arguably be in the top 10, if not top 6. Like, I think I could be number 6.
You're up to number. Would you say you were up to earlier?
I'm up to number 7, but the number on the side doesn't count, as Shawn said. It's the number of up there, and there's also going to be a committee. So I think this year I land in the top 15. And if I don't land in the top 15, I'll be fucking pissed. I'll be fucking pissed because I should be number 1. But in all honesty, like, yeah, I don't know. I think I deserve to be more than top 15. I think I deserve to be in top 10.
All right. So when it comes to questions, I don't have any more. There's not everything's crossed off. So I'll leave it to you guys if there's anything you want to promote, anything you want to say before I had finish the show. By all means, Ray, anything you'd like to add at all, or?
I don't really have anything to promote. I appreciate you having me on here. I've enjoyed laughing at Adam over here.
Remember,
okay.
GSF, January.
January, hopefully.
No, not January. You're
Valentine's
fucking
Day.
waiting till Valentine's Day.
Hey, Adam, I'm sorry I don't get enough episodes of GSF out though. If I'd work a little faster, you'd have more exposure. But I'm just a perfectionist and picky about things, man. So I apologize about that.
You don't have to apologize about that. Whatever, we talked about it earlier. I don't know how you do what you do at the rate you do, anyways. Anyways, my closing remarks. Watch AWF. I am the fucking shit in AWF. Watch CCWO. It's not as many viewers as it once was, but there's some special stuff that's happened. If you haven't watched it, go rewatch 40 Fight Nights. They tend to be an hour long. It's a short show. It's a simple show. You could watch 40 episodes, or you can watch it by season. Like I think the first season was 10 episodes. Second season was 16 episodes. No, it wasn't 16. I think it was like 12. And then the last season was 15 episodes. Like, if you just watch them in the season form, It's decent CAW wrestling. It's not the greatest, but it's decent. It's an everyman show.
They're in playlists and everything on the channel, so
yeah,
it's easy.
On the AWF network.
Yes.
Then I want to say, Ray, this was very fun. I've never spoken to you outside of our promos. This was very fun. I'm glad I could make you laugh. Shawn, you are my only friend in CAW. Not my only friend, but my longest friend. A great friend. Thank you very much.
Well,
I was getting ready to say, I'm offended if you don't call me a friend, man.
What I mean by that is I've known, next year, I will have known Shawn for 10 years.
oh
Damn.
God, I feel old.
And that's funny because Shawn was a child. Like, not just like a teenager, like a child when I met Shawn. And that sounds fucking creepy. Because I'm not necessarily that much older than Shawn. Like, I'll be, on Christmas Eve, I'll be 24 years old.
Yeah, I'm 21 now.
So, like, fuck, 10 years. Like, I was 14.
Man, y'all got in this stuff. Y'all were just babies.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
They were great times. They were scary times. That was, like, sort of the beginning of a lot of people being on the internet and the beginning of YouTube's popularity. And it was not pretty. And I'll leave it at that.
Definitely. Again, thank you to you both for being on. Can't wait until the next time whenever you guys are on, because you guys have been on before, so you guys know it'll happen again, and we'll have a ton to talk about in the future. Thank you all the viewers out there for listening. Remember, drop a like on
Shawn
this
O'Connor's The Boat.
But yes, the boat. Drop a like on this video, or Ray's going to hit a red eye on you. And comment what you thought, and more Shawn Walsh Show content for you coming up in the near future. Awesome stuff. Have a good night, everyone.